Howdy, y'all. Chet Garner here in South Austin to check out Leroy and Lewis, where Evan Leroy and his team are making something truly special. You see, after 7 years of slinging barbecue and the Texas heat out of their food truck, well, they now have a brick and mortar home. All right, so the menu here has been dubbed New School Barbecue, but it definitely features some old school cuts. They're just kind of done in a new school sort of way. But then you hit things like beef cheeks, flat iron sliced beef, and you realize, hey man, this is definitely not the Texas Trinity we know and love, but trust me, this is Texan to the core. It's no easy task separating yourself from the beefy barbecue pack, and it's risky. But Evan's grand barbecue experimentation has paid off, landing him in the top 5 of the Texas Monthly list of the top joints in Texas and earning a coveted Michelin star. I sat down with Evan to crack a cold one and hear how it all started. All right, what came first, your love of barbecue or your love of like food?
You know, probably food, just because I grew up watching a lot of Food Network. I would go from Saturday morning cartoons to watching Food Network. But I grew up in Austin, so it's been barbecue. I always say that it's ubiquitous here. It wasn't like I grew up with the best barbecue in Austin because we didn't really have great stuff till Franklin opened up. That's true. And then it was just everywhere, right? So we would go to Kreitz and Smitty's on the weekends. We would go to the Salt Lick a few times a year. We would, cook barbecue a lot in the backyard. So it's been just around my entire life, and it wasn't really until I left to go to college, to live in New York for a little while, that I really started to miss it.
So, what called you home?
Barbecue was happening down here. Big things were happening down here, and being in the culinary sphere, kind of getting my chef muscles workout. I started to ask the questions like, why don't people do barbecue differently? Why is it all the same stuff? Why is it all the same menu? And this restaurant is the answer to that, essentially. Wow. The first thing we try to do is come close to what people are expecting. So if we don't have brisket every day, we only serve on the weekends. We have our beef cheeks, and then we have the flat iron, which are both a sliced beef that is cooked very similarly to brisket. So it has the salt and pepper crust, has the smoke and the smoke ring. It's tender, it's fatty, it's succulent, it's delicious. So it's a very good foil for brisket. The method that we use for cooking is old school. It's an offset pit or it's a direct pit. It's all wood. It is 100% Texas barbecue method. That's what we like to say here, is that barbecue is a method. It's not a menu, right? It's not brisket, ribs, sausage, potato salad, banana pudding. It's the wood, it's the offset, it's the actual act of cooking barbecue. It's the gathering together, it's the picnic style sides, market style meats, that is barbecue to me. All of our meat that we serve in the restaurant is responsibly and sustainably raised in Texas. That is the most important thing for me. I believe the best barbecue in Texas comes from animals raised in Texas. That animal gave its life, the rancher gave so much of their time. It's not a widget. It's an actual life. It's a muscle that actually did work on Texas grass. That's awesome. So we got to pay respect to it.
Amen to that. I love it. Now, the position of pit boss at Leroy and Lewis wasn't going to go to just anybody. Evan needed someone who shared his vision for new age Texas barbecue, and that someone is Cole Parkson.
So we started in the original, and this is the product of 7 years of hard work in a food truck, right? This is it. This is the big guy.
I really wanted to work on a small team. I wanted to be able to trim the briskets and break the hogs down, make the sausage, and then I wanted to be able to cook it and serve it to people. I was really selfish in that way, where I wanted to see the full spectrum of it, right?
I want the face, I want the smile, I want to watch them light up.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I kind of went out of my way to learn all of that stuff, and then, I don't know. I mean, it really happened organically. I took the class, it's a 3-day class, the New School Barbecue University. Saw what Evan and Sawyer were doing, which I really envied that, and was just like, man, that's really cool. They happened to post an ad. They were hiring a summer intern, so I'm the only intern that Leroy and Lewis has ever had.
Oh, that's good. Hey, this is a pretty good pathway for an internship.
Yeah.
Say, look, you start as the intern, you end up as the pit boss.
Some might say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But after hearing Evan's new age approach to Texas barbecue, well, I can't wait to try it for myself. Yes, sir. All right, I'm excited about eating this. It's the new school barbecue, baby. This is the flat iron sliced beef. This here's the beef cheek. My sides are Frito pie and kale slaw. And then just, you know, call them a bad influence if you want. I had to get a L&L burger. Oh my gosh. It's like somewhere between lean and fatty brisket. It's like super moist, lean brisket. Oh my gosh, that's good. And then beef cheek. Again, gosh, it's phenomenal. Wow, I love tradition, and I will never knock old school, traditional Texas barbecue, but there's something to be said about what they're doing here, that they have taken barbecue and sent it into the stratosphere. I must say, a little bit like a poncho shirt, right? You take something beloved, old school, traditional, you give it a new spin. It's the pearl snap for the modern man.